Yo, who am I here with and what'd you do?
Will, I just topped the Hartford, Connecticut Regional.
What?
448 players, got 17th. I went X2 in 9 rounds.
Should have gone X1.
Should have went X1. I got kind of scuffed by a judge sitting next to me, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
All right. What'd you play?
I played a Maliss Bystial pile. Full Bystial. So 3 Dormouse, 3 White Rabbit, 3 Chesty Cat. Just maxing out on engine. Field Spell, TB11, and the 2 bricks. It's pretty standard. Allure of Darkness, card's crazy. There was turns where I was drawing like 7, 8, 9 cards in a turn. It was insane.
How do you feel about 3 versus 2? We've seen some ratio discrepancies.
Yeah, no, this
card
helps like a lot with the Mulcharmies. It's just fantastic. It's a really great way to start, especially if you draw this in like a normal summon plus another Maliss name. Terraforming, Gold Sark, once again, pretty standard.
Would you ever consider cutting either of them? Did they feel redundant today at all or not?
Searchable on Thrust in like game 2, and this one maybe. But no, they felt good.
Rock and roll.
And then I went with a massive Bystial package. I just think Bystials into the format are insane. I copied this list from somebody online, somebody on YouTube. Don't remember the video, but his list spoke to me, the main deck at least. And then I went my own way in the extra end side. But 1 Mag, 3 Lubellion, and then 3 Druis, and 3 Baldrake. All these cards should be at 1, if I'm being honest. They're really, really good. And paired with like other non-engine, Ash or Nib, these cards are just crazy.
Talk to me about this guy over here.
Baldrake is like the MVP. Baldrake plus Nib just beats it should just beat like any hand. And it really did. I played, my last 5 rounds was against Ryziel Fiendsmith, and I was drawing these cards like it was my job. And then another thing is, I was losing, Lancia was abundant. Like, I did well today, but I did not avoid that card. These helped me play through it big time. And then the 1 regain, the card's cracked. If you set it up and it sticks, you're probably winning that game. If you open this, or open Lubellion against Maliss, and you're going first, the card is ridiculous. It's pretty much an FTK. And then for other non-engine, 3 Ash, 3 Nib. Nib is fantastic when you pair it with any of the other Bystials. Ash is just good generically against pretty much everything. And then 3 Talents. This card was crazy too. Game 1, it's fantastic into like pretty much every matchup, and then going second, like it's probably, in my opinion, the best board breaker in the format.
No Imperm? Did you miss it at all today?
No, didn't miss it. The only utility I see for Imperm is negating Detonator, and I'm playing 3 Lubellion to just search through a Swarm.
Sounds like you'll deal with it.
Yeah. Then we'll go to the extra. Like I said, I switched up the extra a little bit. As you might notice, I was not playing Dotscaper. I think Dotscaper's bad. It just sucks to draw. Like, the only thing it does for you is get you 1 extra body, and the way I'm playing this deck, I don't need the extra body, and drawing it just sucks. Like, if you get hand trapped and you banish your Red Ransom, you can just banish any of the names that you haven't used yet. So I'm playing double Whitebinder. I played 2 of these for 2 reasons. Just in case it gets ashed on the summon back and you don't have the trap, or you have the trap to summon back in Grave already, it's good. And then it's the 1 card I don't want to get ripped against Unicorn, because this card plays through everything. I didn't have to deal. I had a Kashira matchup round 1, but the guy was kind of new to the game. He's a really cool guy, but he was new. I would recommend playing 2. And then Red Ransom and Heartscriptor. This card's cracked. This card is so good. And then for the Link ones, Link Spider, it helps with Nib, I guess. If you're getting nibbed, you're not in a good spot, but it does help. Lingaribo, and then Link Decoder. Link Decoder is just phenomenal because, you're playing so many Bystials, so normal summon a name, it gets impermed, whatever, go into Link Decoder, Bystial, banish the Link Decoder, the name that you normal summon, and you can just combo from there. And if it's so good with Regained, if you open Lubellion and you can get Regained up, when the Link Decoder gets banished, you can just put it back and use it on your follow-up turn. You don't really need it on your follow-up turn. You're probably going to kill him anyways, but it does help. And then the extenders, Lizardos, Splash Mage, both of them were fantastic. And then I played double SP. Very similar with the Whitebinder. It's a card I don't want to get ripped. And it's also really good as like a turn 1 extender and then like using it as follow-up. So I wanted to play 2 of them. Best card in the deck is Access Code Talker. This card's broken, everyone knows it, and it was fantastic. Firewall Dragon, this was my M board. It was Firewall Dragon with the trap card and pass, and it wins games. Typhon should have won me a game, but a judge stole it from me. This card's really good. If you can semi break the Ryziel board, and they don't have too many cards in hand, like they don't have a ton of follow up, this card's really good. And then I played Nightmare Griffin. The card sucks. I didn't even think about making it. I don't know why I put it in there. It should be dark. I just didn't have my dark with me.
Pretend Nightmare Griffin is Dark the Dark
this
Charmer,
card should
ladies
be
and
Dark
gentlemen.
the Dark Charmer.
All right, side deck.
3 Thrust, Karma Cannon. This is your Lancia attempt at, like, a lot of people aren't ready for this. You really, if you're getting Lancia, like, you need to keep Nib in your deck going first, because if you're getting Lancia, you're hoping that you can end on, like, Thrust into Karma Cannon plus Nib. That's kind of the only way that... Sometimes you'll survive, because Ryziel isn't really good at killing you, but that was that. Duster didn't sided it. Maybe sided him once. Never saw it. Lancia helped me out early in the day. I had a few Ryziel or Malice matchups, and then I played 1 Fulo and 2 Phantasme. Just broke. If you haven't, just play 3 Fulo, and then 3 Book of Eclipse. Really good into Ryziel. I played a ton of Ryziel today. Never drew it. And then Called by the Grave. You need it again for Lancia. This deck hard loses to Lancia unless you draw 3 Bystial names in Lubellion, but it is what it is. So that's the list. Shout out to the boys who came. It was 9 hours. We started late. It is pretty late right now. It was a grind. So shout out Pat, Joe, Drew. Shout out Ian. We missed you, dog. But yeah, that's the list.
Congrats, dude.